Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome everyone to the agenda, today's meeting for the Town Council dated April 27, 2026. I'm going to read the Sunshine Statement, which is as follows. This is our statement of compliance with the Sunshine Law of NJSA 10-4-10. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Public Meetings Act, and adequate notice of this meeting was provided as required by law. Specifically, the annual notice was emailed to the West Essex Tribune and the Star-Ledger on January 5th, 2026. The agenda and resolutions for the meeting are available on livingstonnj.org. Certain portions of this meeting may be closed to the public for the purposes of personnel and/or other matters as outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made on or discussed in closed session will be made known to the public at a later time. Notice to members of the governing body and township staff. Any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purposes of township business, and any communications are subject to the Open Public Records Act. To the extent possible, this evening's Livingston Council meeting will be live streamed via Facebook at www.facebook.com/Livingston Township NJ. Questions or comments will also be accepted by emailing livcomments@livingstonNJ.org by 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting and share with the Township Council before the meeting. Each speaker should follow the rules of order in Livingston Code 2-15.3. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Meinhardt.
Here.
Anthony.
Here.
Vieira.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Buptani.
Here.
And Mayor Klein.
Here. If everyone can please rise and join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. If we could think of Assemblywoman Rosie Bagoli's mother passed away this morning, so if we can hold their family in our hearts, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First of all, welcome everybody. It's great to have a full room here. Lots to celebrate, which is terrific. We're really proud of our hockey team, so it's just great to have them here. We've been waiting a little while to get this done. So welcome to everybody for being here. We're going to move down here to Essex County updates. I do see Essex County Representative Eileen Fishman, if you could please come along. Right there.
Here we go again. Yes, okay. Good evening. I have two announcements tonight, and the first is that we have our hazardous waste event on Saturday, May 2nd from 8:30 to 4, and it's at the DPW site on Bradford Ave in Cedar Grove. And then the next one is our electronics event, and that's Saturday, May 16th from 9 to 3, same location. We always have lots of good things going on at our zoo, as well as our environmental center.
Thank you, Eileen.
You're welcome.
Okay. That will bring us to, we're going to jump to number 3 first, just because I know that there are some people here for autism awareness, and they asked if they could come on forward first, and we're happy to do that. If you want to step forward, please. We have a proclamation to recognize Autism Awareness Week. I'll read through parts of the proclamation, and then I want to, well, why don't we have you guys speak first? And I know that Deputy Mayor Buptani just wanted to make a couple of comments as well, if that's okay. Sure. So let's turn over the microphone to Deputy Mayor Buptani.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Livingston's Advisory Committee for Special Needs, I think it's ably led by Bob, and there are quite a few friends who are quite intense in creating awareness for autism. We were there at the Autism Awareness event organized by LACD, and one of the things that we talked about over there is awareness is one thing, let's turn that into action. So I think this is the kind of next step that we look forward to, and thank you all for doing the amazing work. And thank you, Pam Tepper, for bringing that out, and Board of Education President Paul Kemka for mentioning this to kind of see how we can create more awareness, and I'm so glad we are doing the proclamation today. So all in all, a great event, great proclamation here, great celebration of how we bring awareness and hopefully more action. So over to you, whoever wants to take the microphone and talk about it for a second.
Good evening. So my name is Bob Gabbro. I'm the chairman of the Livingston Advisory Committee for Disabilities, and I feel very fortunate to have that opportunity. I do a lot of reading about longevity, and one of the things they stress over and over again is get yourself a purpose. So this committee has given me a purpose in life. And for those of you who are a little uncomfortable, you know, speaking with or getting to know somebody on the spectrum, take it from me, it's really an opportunity. It's inspiring. It's very different. It's refreshing. People with autism are special, and what makes them, one of the things that makes them special is they tell it like it is, okay? You know, I've been around this world for quite a few years now, and I find that a lot of people from the general population don't tell it like it is, you know? There's too many games being played. But people on the spectrum, they got something in their head, they're gonna let you know? And to me, it's very inspiring. So try it someday. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I recommend it. And I want to thank the other members of the committee that I work with. We have a bunch of great people. We do a lot of stuff. If anyone's interested in learning about the things that we do, here are your people you could talk to. You could reach out to me anytime. I want to thank Ketan Bhuptani. He's our liaison to the town council. I also want to thank the town council. They are always there for us. We had an event just Thursday, this past Thursday. They were there. And we have a spring party coming up, huge party. They'll be there again. They always have our backs. So that's about it, all I have to say. But would anyone else like to add anything?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Pam Tepper. I also just wanted to add that I have a 26-year-old with profound autism, which is more on the higher support need level of autism. And we've lived here for 20 plus years. And we started meeting the other families in town who not only have children with special needs with an autism diagnosis, but many other special needs as well. We've navigated the Livingston Public Schools, which was not always so easy. We're now navigating the adult world, and that's not any easier. I believe it's harder. So I just wanted to say, again, thank you. We continue to have needs. Just because we might have graduated our school doesn't mean that we don't need the support of our community. It's something that we will always need, and it's pretty much why so many of us decide not to leave after our kids went to school here, because we're part of this community. It's the place where we feel supported, and we have challenges. Autism Awareness Month of April is a month. Autism Awareness Day is a day. We're doing this every day, every night. And something that I created not too long ago was a T-shirt that said Autism Awareness Every Day. It's our life, and we know many people that are not in our special needs world, and we appreciate every smile at the grocery store, every chit-chat, every question that my son asks you, even though he doesn't know you, just because you're wearing the Livingston shirt, he might be interested. So thank you. And thank you to you all as well, specifically Ketan and Ed for listening most recently when we started to talk about what do we need moving forward. And I appreciate all of you for always listening. Thanks.
Thanks, Pam. Anyone else? I'll also just say that, there are a lot of really giving people up here in front, but Bob comes up for, and other people come up for other reasons, but I will say this is sort of Bob's specialty, right? I mean, it is incredible how much time and effort and love you put into this, into this passion of yours to help with people, and the whole town has a huge debt of gratitude. It's just something. It is amazing to see the timesheet that you put in on this stuff, just day in and day out. It inspires all of us. So I just want to say thank you to you for that. I also will just say at the library, yeah, for Bob, absolutely. That doesn't take away from anyone else. Everyone else up here does an amazing job too. We just also had a special resources fair at the library. And the library has been recognized, in a similar vein for being accessible to everyone. And we just had a big fair there with lots of different providers of services for people who might need those kinds of services. And it was well attended, and that was terrific also. So I'm going to read a little bit about the proclamation that we're going to be handing to you tonight. Whereas autism is a neurological variation that contributes to the rich diversity of the human experience, sharing the unique ways individuals perceive and interact with the world. And whereas the Township of Livingston recognizes that neurodiversity is a strength, and our community is much more vibrant by the diverse perspectives and talents of our autistic neighbors. And whereas true inclusion requires acceptance, the active effort to ensure that all individuals have the support, accommodations, and opportunities necessary to lead fulfilling, self-determined lives. And there's a couple more paragraphs, but I, Sean Klein, Mayor of the Township of Livingston, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, hereby proclaim April 26th as Autism Acceptance Month in the Township of Livingston. Thank you, everyone, for coming up and putting a highlight on this important issue. You want to go down and take a picture with them? This is for hockey team. Okay. Yeah. Should I hold on to this?
Bob, can you come by and see me tomorrow? I'll have this plaque up. This was supposed to be on Wednesday.
Why don't we stay down
Come in the afternoon, Bob.
Yes, we got the hockey team. So we're going to, you're going to do the first four names, okay? Second, So we've been emailing back and forth the representatives of the hockey team for probably a couple months now because we really wanted to honor this team and their achievements this year. Super exciting for the town. I'm sure super exciting for the team also. I'm going to read what our citation says, and then we're going to call everybody up to give them a copy of that citation. The mayor and members of the Livingston Township Council are pleased to recognize Livingston Lancers 2025-2026 Varsity Boys Ice Hockey Team, the 2026 McInnes Cup Conference Champions, and the NJIIHL Team of the Year. We thank them for the pride they bring to our community. Their commitment to hard work and excellence led the team to become the McInnes Cup champions, the first time in 13 years, and the New Jersey Interscholastic Ice Hockey Team of the NJIIHL of the Year. And we're going to bring up the players, please, and hand these out. Yeah, we're going to get down to it. Yeah. Okay, who's first? Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Mention your name, please.
Yep. All right. So Andrew Donnie. All right, Andrew, come on in. Andrew. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Then we have Jacob Stevens. Congratulations. Here's yours. Congratulations. We have Isaac Horn. Congratulations. All right, this is yours. And Jaden Rogers. I'll give one. All right, Ayush Chaudhary is here. All right, Ayush.
Congratulations. All right, next up, Matthew Zox. The captain has the cup. I say, you get to. Congratulations. All right, Judah Leshin. Oh, yeah? Congratulations.
All right, Judah.
And Noah Stevens.
Is that it? Oh, wait. Congratulations. Next, we have Drew Kipnis.
All right, Drew.
All right, Drew. Way to go, man.
Congratulations, Drew. Here, take this. There you go. Next, we have David Gall. Yeah. This is it. Yeah, she's going to take a picture. He's a nice young man. Here you go, David. Hey, wait. Shake his hand. Yeah, no, shake my here, right here. Oh, right there. Just smile. I know David well. Although he's a Hurricanes fan. Next, we have Chase Loro.
All right, Chase.
Chase, great job. Here you go. Thank you. Next, we have Max Cohen.
All right, Max. All right.
Great job, Max. Here you go, Max.
Next, we have Ben Diamond.
Congratulations, all right. All right.
Congratulations. Thank you. Then we have Ryan Korn. Congratulations. Here we go. Rise Bernstein. Thanks, Reese. And David Weinrib.
Congratulations. There we go. Eli Wheeler. Congratulations. Thank you. Josh Leuderstein. Did I get that right? Yeah. All right. Zach Givner. Congratulations. There you go.
Congratulations.
Tyler Saft. Yeah, I'm not sure. And our last player, Brody Teitelbaum.
Congratulations. Thank you.
And then we're going to get to our coaches. Head coach Dave Conklin. He received the NJII HL Coach of the Year Award, as well as the Sportsmanship Award. And assistant coaches Dave Malucci. Oh, wait a sec. Did I give you two of those? Anyone get doubles? We're missing a couple. Okay, we got to get a couple more of these. And assistant coaches Dave Malucci. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you the plaque so I can at least. Yeah, that one's for you. Good save, Al. There we go. All right, good, yeah. And then Zachary Dorfman. Real hit. Hey, we owe you. I owe you one. All right.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I got it for you. Okay, good. And we've also just is Mr. McInnes here? Yes, he is. Can he come out? Where is he? Come on out. This is the big tournament, the McInnes Cup. This is the namesake right here. Dave, do you want to just talk about the team a little bit, and then we can even...
I think I'm going to leave it to the captain.
Okay, let's
Zox.
All right. I just wanted to thank the board for having us here today. It's a big honor and a big accomplishment for my team, and it was a great year, a great win for all of us, a great experience for Livingston hockey, and I'm thankful for it all. Thank you.
Nothing for you, Coach? Short and sweet. Fantastic. Okay. Why don't we get everyone in? Why doesn't the council go upstairs? Yeah, we're going to go upstairs. And yes, let's get a picture. Yeah, can we get the cup and...
Yeah, give the cup to Mr. McInnes. There you go.
That is his cup, right? Where you guys should... Yes, he's the name. So do you want to talk about the cup in the tournament? Can you at least... You prefer not to? Dave, do you want to just explain what the cup is and how come Mr. McInnes is here tonight? Can you just give us some comments on that?
So the McGinnis Cup is named after
after Paul McGinnis, who's a lifelong hockey guy in New Jersey, and our conference is named after him. So we are very pleased to see him here. We didn't realize he was coming. So everybody, you're looking at a legend right here, guys. So. This year's team, we were 20-4. We won the McGinnis Cup, which was a major accomplishment. Last time Livingston did that was 2013. We've been to the championship game, I think, 8 times in the last 12 years. So winning is very difficult. These young men right here did a tremendous job all year long, and very, very proud, especially honored to win the McGinnis Cup. The division is one of the toughest in New Jersey, and to be able to bring home a championship is really something special. So these boys deserve all the credit, and we're extremely proud to win for Livingston. So congratulations, boys, and Mr. McGinnis, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Coach. Coach of the Year, right here. So we're going to ask everyone to just spread out. We'll right along the front here. The council will go up on top. I'm going to give this to you, Coach. Okay.
Yeah, let him hold it there.
Just put this back in. And you boys should see how your parents are beaming in the audience. No joke. Very exciting day.
We're invisible.
All right, we're going to move along here. We have one more proclamation for this evening. This is a recognition of public service for Public Service Week. This is a recognition that honors all government employees who help to make this nation run, who help to make this nation great. We have some government employees that are sitting amongst us right here. Hi, Carolyn, how you doing? And to our managers, right, and to our Ann Cucci, our CFO. So we certainly have you got to leave the door open, guys. It's got to stay open. Pearl, can you open the door? Is that all right? So certainly in Livingston, we know what it's like to have great public servants, and we have some up here. And this is a proclamation for this week. It's Public Service Recognition Week, and we are absolutely proud to recognize our outstanding public servants. Thanks for all the work you do for the town, and I'll just give this to whoever wants this. This is for all of you. Thank you. All right, good. And Andy, that's for you too, by the way. Excellent public employee. All right, good. We're going to move on to the approval of the meeting minutes, pending any corrections. These are the regular conference meeting minutes from April 6, 2026. Can I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes pending corrections?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Okay, so those are all good, and we're gonna move to, so I had Jared, we talked, had a couple emails about the legal formatting of this. Just step on me if I do it wrong, but, so this is the public hearing and adoption of the 2026 Business Improvement District, the bid budget. So the resolution, do you want to read the resolution, Carolyn?
26, yes, Resolution 26-158A, authorizing the bid budget to be read by title.
Can I have a motion for 26-15A?
I'll move it.
158A.
Second.
I'll move it.
Okay.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. And we're now going to move to the 2026 bid budget public hearing. Can I have a motion to open the hearing?
Motion.
Second.
Any, all four? And an aye?
Yes.
Anyone? Okay. Any against? Okay. The budget public hearing is now open for the bid. Are there any speakers?
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay, then we're going to move forward to Resolution 26-158B. Carolyn?
Resolution 26-158B, adopting 2026 bid budget.
Can I have a motion for that resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. Okay.
Motion open on public on agenda items only.
I'll second it.
Okay. Okay, at this time, the meeting is now open for agenda items only. There's a 4-minute time limit per person. Residents can come to the phone. If you come to the microphone, please state your name and whether you live in the town for the record.
My name is Eleanor Cohen, and I have to say this is a joy to be at a meeting like this, to see such a wonderful outpouring of kids and people who care about this town. We're lucky to be here. And I am delighted to see that you have the ordinance for us to purchase the Federated Church. We have wanted for many years to have an arts center in this town. And I think this is the golden time. So I want to thank the council. It's only taken us 40 years, but it's wonderful that it will be here. I'm glad that I will live to see it, and that we will all come and enjoy all the wonderful offerings that will happen at the church. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ellen.
Anyone else? 4 minutes public comment on agenda items only?
How you doing? Tim Foley, resident for over 50 years, fourth generation. I just got a quick question on ordinance number 12, 2026. I understand you're looking at for a 3.5% increase on the budget. My question is, you know, we have approximately, I'm probably underestimating 500 homes that their tax rates are going up because they're knocking these starter homes, which our kids aren't going to be able to afford, and you're getting increased tax revenue there. So just for instance, my house, I pay a little over $10,000 for quick mathematics, just quick mathematics. I pay a little over $10,000. My neighbor across the street, same size house, got knocked down a few years ago, and unfortunately, that new resident is leaving town because of business reasons. Saw his tax, what he pays in taxes now. It was the same size house, same size property. He's paying $30,000. So there's a $20,000 difference there, which the township gets approximately a third of that. So that's like
A fifth of that.
6,700.
About 20% of it, actually. not-
We actually had 18%
right?
this year.
18?
18 cents, every 18 cents on every dollar.
Okay, still, where's all that money going? That's a lot of money out of $20,000. So, and that's just one house. And there's 500, at least minimum 500 houses that are being knocked down in this town. Again, with the overbuilding and between the, you know, the commercial buildings and all these homes, you know, are being knocked down. Our kids, that's why I always say I'm the fourth generation and probably not going to be a fifth generation in this town, because my kids, and guarantee all your kids up there, will not be able to live in this town. We are shutting out generations. And I'm not the only one that's been here for, you know, my family has been here for 40 years. I mean, 4 generations. There's plenty of them, but none of our kids are going to be able to raise our kids or their kids, my grandkids, your grandkids in this town. So again, not sure why you're looking for 3.5% because of all this extra tax of all this housing, just the housing. Now all this money that's supposed to be coming in commercial-wide on the commercial properties. Again, I just don't understand why you're looking for a 3.5%.
Barry, can you speak to that? Because the 3.5 is the cap, it's not the same thing as the tax, the
Yeah,
budget increase.
so the
It's not
ordinance
same
that's
thing.
on the
Yeah.
agenda, State of New Jersey imposes a couple of different caps. One is a 3.5% cap on appropriations. Well, you can go up to 3.5%. They impose a cap on your appropriations, which is what you spend regardless of how much your tax revenues are. It's totally focused on the spending. There's also a tax levy cap, which is 2%. The 3.5% cap on spending that you can go up to, which is, this ordinance allows us to go up to that cap. That does not mean we're going to go up to that cap. What it allows you to do is if you do it and you are less than that, you can bank that cap for if you have a future year that has a higher demand. This year is particularly challenging, notwithstanding the new ratables that you talked about, because the health insurance, as everyone I think is aware of, has gone up pretty astronomically. We've had other significant expending increases, our insurance, not only health insurance, our regular insurance, things that are beyond our control. But the bottom line is this particular ordinance only allows it, on paper, authorizes up to 3.5%. If our appropriations are less than that, we can bank that cap for future years. The tax impact, which is actually the more, I think, relevant to the individual homeowner, is a tax levy cap, which is a 2% cap, and we are not going to exceed that 2% cap on the tax increase.
Okay, that's understandable, but still, it's weird that we're asking to hold off that, you know, that $674,000, I think the number was in the pamphlet that I looked at. So, but all right, thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
Seeing no other speakers, can I have a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close, motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move now to passage of the ordinances. Tonight, there are 2 ordinances for second reading. The first of these ordinances, Madam Clerk, please read the ordinance number 12-2026 by title.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 12-2026 to exceed municipal budget appropriation limits and establish a cap bank 2026.
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Do any council members have any comments on ordinance 12-2026?
Mayor, I think Councilman Bear opened up the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm past my point here. Go ahead, yes.
There was a second.
Okay. Yeah, there's a second. No, public
No,
hearing
there's
on
a- do you have a question?
12-2026?
On the ordinance. Yes.
Okay.
Seeing none, motion to close?
Second.
Okay, can I have a motion to move ordinance 12-2026?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, any council members have comments on 12-2026?
Listen, I'll just make one comment about what Mr. Foley had to say before about the housing values in Livingston. And I understand what he's saying. I just think that, I think a lot of people would be very much upset in this town if the housing values had decreased by 50% instead of increasing by 50%. I think that's a big sign. I think why you see housing increasing so much is, I think, Perul left. She was here, our Board of Education. We had a member of our Board of Education here. I think one of the reasons why you see the housing values go so far is because of the great school systems that we have as well as to be a great town to live in and a safe town. So I just want to comment on, I know it's not on this agenda, but just what Mr. Foley said about the housing values. I personally am glad that my housing values have gone up. I definitely understand what you're saying about kids not being able to afford it. It's definitely a problem, not only in Livingston and in all of northern Jersey and probably southern Jersey as well. There's nothing, I mean, I agree with you about that, and I don't know what's going to happen for that generation. But it's just tough to say that. I think most of us in this here are happy that our housing values have gone up. But that's all I got.
Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
And Mayor Klein?
Okay, for ordinance 13-2026, I am recused. I'm handing over the meeting to Deputy Mayor Buttani.
Thank you, Mayor Klein. Madam Clerk, please read the ordinance number 13-2026 by title.
Yes, ordinance 13-2026, adopting 576 to 586 West Mount Pleasant Avenue Overlay District redevelopment plan.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I have motion to open?
Motion to open public comment.
Second.
Seeing none.
Motion to close.
Second.
May I have motion to?
Motion to move.
Move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
That brings us down to the ordinances we have for introduction. There are 3 ordinances for introduction this evening. Madam Clerk, can you please read ordinance number 14-2026 by title?
Mayor, I think we decided to pull ordinance 14 in conference, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we're good. 14-2026, we decided to pull.
Oh, okay. That was not made clear to me that it was getting pulled. Fair enough. Okay, let's go to 15.
Ordinance 15-2026, authorizing the purchase of that certain property known as Block 1409, Lot 10.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance
Second.
for introduction.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Mayor, I want to say a couple of words, and I'm as excited and probably even more excited than former Mayor Ellie Cohn about this project, purchasing a historic church and actually keeping it from the wrecking balls of another residential development coming in. And actually, if you've ever taken a walk over at that church, you literally have the history of Livingston. There's a cemetery right in their backyard.
Let's just be clear what we're talking about. This is the Federated Church right in the main cross-section of the town, just so people understand what
On the
we're talking
corner
about.
of Northfield, I'm not sorry, on the corner of South Livingston Avenue and Mount Pleasant, Route 10. The cemetery alone is the founders of Livingston. If you've ever gotten a chance to go in there, it's beautiful, and I can't wait until we get our hands on being able to elevate that cemetery so people can actually go visit it and look at the history of Livingston. I do want to thank Reggie Sims and Kimberly Hornload from the church. They've given us, or some of us, the history of that church, and there's a great big history. I know, Tim, your mother is from that church, and I'm happy that, you know what, again, maybe it will become something with the Arts Council, but what I can definitely say is that it's not going to get into the hands of any developers.
Mayor, I just also want to comment. I mean, I agree 100% with what Councilman Vieira said. I think Councilman Anthony and I had a chance last summer to walk through it, and we saw I think it was the 14 original families of Livingston in the back. Some of the names in that cemetery are really, really cool. Baker, Collins, other name, Riker. So they're really interesting when you look at that cemetery and you see, and you put that to the town, very interesting names that are back there. So in addition, I'm sorry? Of course.
Street names,
and school. But I'm saying, what a cool thing. It is probably one of the things that 99% of the residents don't know it's back there. Like, that's the thing. So I look forward to cleaning that, that cemetery up, cutting the lawn, and making sure that a lot of people know about that. So, I mean, people who live in Livingston, Tim, 4th generations, and I'm only 1 generation, but it's still a cool thing. I think it's great to know the history of the town that you live in addition to keeping it out of developers' hands and whatever else we can make out of it. It's a great purchase. I am thrilled that this council was able to get this done. Thank you. And I'd like to thank, I know Jared Cantor Jared, you did a lot of work on this, so thank you very much. And Barry Lewis as well. They're getting this in front of the council tonight, so thank you both.
Yep. Much has been said already. I'll just add a couple of things. When I took the walk, this was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when it was more of a historical purposes, there is an office in that old church, and the head there actually showed the maps, and that had a history of maps, the streets, how Livingston looked. It's one of the first addresses of our town, one of the first taller structures of our town. If you look back at our bicentennial book, you will find photographs in there where the roads were not paved, dirt roads, and then this church had a tower up there. So it's that historical. We are so thrilled to have it coming to the open space, and great job, everybody, and I'm as equally thrilled. Thank you.
I won't repeat what everyone said. I do want to give former Mayor Ellie Cohen a lot of credit. Barry, you and I met with her. She made a reference, it wasn't 4 years ago, but it was about 3 years ago when it first became available. Not only did she meet with us, but she did a letter to the editor for the West Essex Tribune, and she's been on this all along. And I want to thank everyone here, the council, Barry, Jared, everyone here for actually getting it and keeping it out of developers' hands. So thanks, everyone.
This is one of those things, if you didn't know anything about Livingston, you know anything about the government, you would look at that property and say, boy, that would be a great place for the town to be able to have a park and to be able to have some common public space. You don't get to hit home runs all the time in government. This is a home run. This is so great for our town to have this, and I'm super excited about it. I know the council's super excited about it. The whole town should be super excited about it. This is a great thing for this township. Can you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Proudly, yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Definitely yes.
Deputy Mayor Buktani?
Absolutely, yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. Okay, we're going to move along to...
Matter of public hearing date, Madam Clerk?
Excuse me. The public hearing will be May 11th.
Thank you. This moves us to 15-2026.
Ordinance 16-2026, amending and supplementing Chapter 29, Traffic and Parking.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance for
Second.
introduction.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buktani?
Yes.
And Mayor Klein?
Yes.
And this will also have its final hearing on Monday, May 11th.
Thank you. That brings us to the consent agenda. All matters listed with an asterisk on the agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Do any members of the council wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda for separate discussion and voting? No? Okay, no one? Okay, Madam Clerk, please read all the resolutions on the agenda by title and number.
Resolution 26-160, authorizing the sale of surplus property. Resolution 26-161, authorizing the award of a contract to Pumping Services, Inc. Resolution 26-162, authorizing the award of a contract to Rio Supply, Inc. Resolution 26-163, authorizing purchases under the North Jersey Wastewater Cooperative Pricing System. Resolution 26-164, authorizing the award of a contract to Granada Construction Corp. Resolution 26-165, appointing new member to LCDI and Vision 2020. Resolution 26-166, authorizing approval of change order number 1 with Utility Service Company, Inc. Resolution 26-167, authorizing approval of change order number 1 with Scafar Contracting, Inc. Resolution 26-168, designating area in need of rehabilitation, Block 3000, Lot 1.01, 156 East Cedar Street, and Resolution 26-169, establishing tree replacement performance bond account.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the resolutions.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buntani?
Yes.
And Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Motion to open up public portion on any subject.
Second.
Anyone can come up, they have, all in favor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Opposed? Okay, meeting's now open on any subject with 3-minute time limit. Residents may come to the phone. Please state your name and whether you live in town.
Good evening. My name is Joyce Armando, and I live on Greenwood Court, directly behind the Express Auto Car Wash, but you guys all know that already. I am here tonight with several of my neighbors to make clear that this is not an isolated noise complaint. It's affecting multiple homes in our neighborhood, and I invite my neighbors to come up here and stand with me, and that includes the McGinnises. Thank you
Excuse
very
me,
much.
we have to, I mean, they can stand, but they can't, if they're going to speak, they're going
That's
to have to give
fine,
their
they
name.
can stand, and they will have their time to talk. Okay, so, we can hear this car wash operating inside and outside our homes. That is not normal for a residential neighborhood, and it's not acceptable. It is not something homeowners should have to live with, and it did not happen by accident. This town approved the operation based on specific conditions, which included a 38 decibel representation, which they have failed to reach even with a recently constructed enclosure around the motors. 15 vacuum stations, not 17 that were built, and no air hoses, yet 17 are operating. What was actually built and still currently operating does not reflect those conditions in the final site plan approval, and residents are now dealing with the consequences. And that brings me to the bigger issue. What is this doing to our property values? And whether we can even sell our homes now. Because when a potential buyer stands in a backyard or inside a home and hears the level of commercial noise, it affects marketability and the value throughout no fault of our own. So this is not just about a number on a sound reading. Okay, sound readings have varied depending on when and how testing is done, but that has not changed what residents are experiencing inside and around our homes every day. This is about a commercial operation disrupting the use and enjoyment of our homes, and it never should have been approved this way. This configuration should have never been approved so close to our residential backyards. It's been 8 months now, and nothing has changed, and residents are the ones living with this every day. So my question is simple. What's the township going to do to fix the impact that this approval that you provided has created for the residents who live here? I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for all the residents for coming who are our neighbors. I think it's been very clear that we also feel terribly about the predicament that you guys have been in, and we've been dealing with the county, who has the supervision, the supervisory aspect to a lot of this. Barry, when was the last time that we heard from the county?
Yeah, so the county, as we've discussed before, is the enforcing agency on the noise. Obviously was very disappointed to hear that the person went out, found the violation, told them about the violation, and then apparently resigned his job like the next day before actually issuing the report. I immediately then asked the director of the county health to reschedule. I was under the understanding that they were coordinating that with you. So then when I saw your email that said they came out like on a Thursday, I thought that it was going to be a
At
Friday afternoon.
9:45 in the morning when there's nobody at the car wash.
And they did not coordinate that with you?
No,
Oh,
they
yeah.
coordinated based on your recommendation to come out. Maya said, come out at 9:45 in the morning.
That was-
when there was
and-
not one car there.
Now, I'm happy to share the emails, but the indication to me was they were going to come out the next day, but
And they
instead we're
did.
going to coordinate with you.
And they did
To
at 1
find a time
o'clock,
that
and there was one car at the car wash for an hour.
So when I heard that person came out, and not surprisingly didn't find violation because nobody was there, I will follow up with the My request was that they coordinate directly with you, find out when the busy times are, and have they contacted you at all, or?
So I have asked several times over the past 8 months for them to come out on a weekend when it's peak, and they will not do it because they don't want to pay their inspectors overtime. So how am I supposed to get a violation? And regardless of whether it's 65 decibels or it's 61, which it was on Friday, we have to live with this sound, whether it's 65 or 61. It's still inside of our homes, it's outside of our homes, and we're hearing air hoses and vacuum cleaners all day long. That's not fair to us. That's a problem, whether it reaches the state decibel limit or not. We have lived with Livingston Car Wash behind our homes for over 40 years. And we have never had a complaint ever because there was never vacuum stations and never air hoses. And this is all we hear all day long. And it's not just outside, it's inside our homes. You guys wouldn't like to hear this. We don't want to hear this.
But Barry, if the air hoses weren't part of the, you said the air hoses?
They were not.
So I would think that should be that should be on us to shut down.
Yeah, so
not the county.
The air hoses, we are looking at as to whether that was presented as part of the application. I don't believe it was.
It was
sat on the
not.
planning board.
Based on the Oprah request that I requested, 15 vacuum stations were approved, 17 were built, so 2 are out of compliance, and there was no air hoses on that final compliance, final approval.
Barry?
And all of a sudden, there's 17 air hoses.
Barry, in all due respect, and I do respect you and the staff a lot, but for you to say we're looking into it when we've been working on this for 8 months.
You've heard this for months.
What's holding us up on trying to get an answer on the air hoses?
So the air hose, I'll work with Mr. Cantor to figure out legally what we do about the air hoses, because I did review that. I had understood that they were either changing them, but apparently they did not, or turn them down, or they were.
They turned them down.
Still too loud.
Enough to
Okay.
not get a violation, but enough to aggravate all of us all day long. So let me explain something. So the inspector came out, and when he said, I can't get a violation because they were not hearing any air hoses, when he left my house, he walked 3 houses further away from my house, and I came out and I said, do you hear it now? Because the air hoses are now going off. And he came back and he took a measurement, and 2 scales of that reading measured over 65, and supposedly Maya said it's still not enough to issue a violation.
I asked her about that because obviously we've been communicating by email.
And that
from
was
time to time.
one person with an air hose, not 17, one. The weekends are very different. It's a very different story when you hear what's happening on the weekends.
Okay. Okay.
So Barry, can we invite Maya Harlow to a Saturday meeting, okay, and just have the meeting over in that driveway? So at least we can
invite her. I don't know whether she'll come or not.
If you don't,
She also may not be the one who could take the measurement.
but she's the director, so you know what, she's the one that's actually telling her staff what to do. I have no problem contacting Maya myself, but I need somebody's approval from this dais
But
today
this
to
is
say.
the thing, fellas, and with all due respect, it's my backyard. I know when the peak time is. So by the town manager or anybody else telling them to come out at 9:30 in the morning or whatever it is, it's not helpful to me.
Joyce, when is the peak time?
It's the weekends.
Okay.
It's a beautiful sunny day when it's lunchtime or something else, but they have turned those air hoses and the vacuum stations down to the point where the vacuum stations are not picking up anything in your car, and the air hoses aren't even blowing anymore. However, it's still enough that we hear it inside our homes, but it's not catching a violation anymore. So what happened was, on March 20th, when they did catch those 2 violations for $6,000 but never followed through, it tipped them off that, hey, we got to lower this just enough so we don't get a violation. But we are still experiencing, it's miserable for us.
I just want to say also, I ran into Maya running around the county, and what she did specify also, and this is a hurdle for us to climb over, is she said the law, and Barry, I don't know if you've seen this, she said this to me last weekend, that technically the law says that the sound has to be above the 65 decibel for 15 minutes in a row.
So this is
that
what I'm
something
going to
you're aware?
ask.
Have you heard that before?
This is what I'm going to ask to the town.
can I just-
Because the permit or the resolution that was submitted to you guys said 38 decibels, and that's what you guys approved. So why all of a sudden is it changed? So why at 15 was approved 15 vacuum stations, but they built 17? Why didn't you guys make them take 2 out, the 2 closest to our homes? Why? And the air hoses, there was no air hoses on that final approval. Nothing. I have a copy through an Oprah request. 0 air hoses existed in that final approval, yet there's 17 operating, and that is what's driving us mad. So why are you guys still allowing this? This is what you guys approved, but based on the final approval, it was never there. It should never have happened.
I would say
So
this is
I
the
don't
this is
think
the
this
agreed.
is on Maya. I think this is on you guys.
So I agree on this particular portion, absolutely. I think if we have a particular fact that this is what we approved, that would be the first thing we should be doing. I don't think, and maybe there is a legal part of it, but it shouldn't be taking this long. I absolutely agree with that. I think we need to, that is the first step. There is no Maya, no county here. That is on us. I mean, that is agreed. I mean, we should be taking an action on it. If that's something that is black and white, that's black and white, right? And then after that, it's the decibel part of it.
On the other half, I mean, so I agree with that, but on the county side, so if they don't want to pay overtime for the 20 cents of every dollar that we pay for taxes, why don't we just chip in and use out of our budget and pay one gentleman for 3 hours overtime out of our own budgets and have him come up on a Saturday between 11 and 1, which I assume will be the best times to do it, and pick a nice day, go look a week in advance when the weather's going to be nice on a Saturday. We'll pay for the guy to come up overtime. If they're not going to use their 20 cents of every tax dollar, which we talk about all the time that we seem to get nothing really back from, then let's pay it ourselves and have them come.
And that's
And if
a
the
great
hoses were
start,
not
and
on
I
this,
appreciate
if the
that.
hoses were not on the plans, then they're
They
essentially
weren't.
installed
They
without
were
permission.
not on the
We don't know,
plans.
though, like, I assume they put permits in, and there was inspections of the hoses by our inspectors. We really have to look to see how those hoses came about and what the township approved and didn't approve on the site as built. I mean, I
Okay,
understand.
but Joyce has been coming here for
It's
8
8
months.
months.
And Deputy Mayor, I'm not disagreeing with you about saying that Maya is not responsible, but you're saying that we're responsible. Why aren't we doing anything then?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing with you.
No,
Listen,
and-
Joyce, I know you have a Joyce,
configuration-
I know you have a beautiful yard, and I know that the weather's starting to get good. I know my pool's about ready to be open. I'm sure your pool's about ready to be open. I know that you want to have a nice, quiet summer, and this is not going to be a quiet summer for you.
It's not going to be a quiet summer outside, but it's not a quiet summer already for us when we have our windows and sliding glass doors open. It's miserable for us to hear psh, psh, psh all through our house. That's what we hear.
So can I, Jared, on a legal end, what can we do? Because we've always asked Barry on an inspection end, but on a legal end, what can we do?
Again, I need to understand if the township approved those hoses on the ground and inspected them and provided them, I mean.
They were not on the
I know, I
application
understand.
or the final site plan.
I understand, if you don't like the answer is the answer. I mean, if they weren't on the site plan and the township approved them on the ground, we have to understand why that happened and how that happened. I'm not saying they should have. We don't know that they did or they didn't, but what I'm assuming is,
Well, but if
Well, I didn't
but
inspect
if-
them.
But so I guess my question is, if I had the Oprah request and I have the final site plan approval, and you look at that approval in the plans, and there's 0 air hoses attached to the vacuum stations, how are they operating still? Why are they operating?
Jared, I have a question. What happened if our person messed up? Do we just go by his mess up, or is there a corrective action that we can do after that?
so it would be very close legally on how much reliance they could have had on our inspectors at the time. That's what, and how much that affects their business. So that's why I'd want to look at the approvals and see.
Not very close legally what happened to their property values.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming the hoses were inspected at some point. I'm sure somebody looked at it.
Well, if the hoses were inspected, then why wasn't the 38 decibels inspected? Nobody even raised a red flag that 38 decibels was not even, it was double and triple the limit when they first opened.
No, I think the answer is the same. I think the answer is, this municipality doesn't have a
Who oversaw
certified.
this opening?
This municipality doesn't have a certified person for noise. Some do, some don't. So when you don't have a certified person for noise, you have to rely on the county. The county came and inspected. I think the background was, they found the violation. We were going to enforce their violation or see how their violation be enforced. And the individual who found the violation quit his job and never filed the report, so they don't have a report of it. Hold on, excuse me, you have to step up to the mic and give your name and your address. We can't, Mayor, we can't have this open dialogue.
Yeah,
It's
let's just
messy.
have the right decorum. Joyce,
you
for this
make-
point, we'll say your time is up. If someone else wants to come and speak,
Yes,
it's
I
supposed to
would
be 3
like,
minutes.
I would like to, before my neighbors speak, I would like to hand it over to Anna Drago.
Hi, everyone. My name's Anna Drago. I'm a local real estate agent here in Livingston. I've worked in real estate both in New York City and New Jersey for the past 20 years. I personally visited the home and heard this noise both in the backyard and inside the home. I show homes to buyers in this area, including properties like those located behind the car wash. I can tell you from experience that when a buyer hears ongoing commercial noise, especially commercial noise in a residential backyard or inside the house, it immediately raises red flags. Buyers notice this kind of noise right away, and it affects whether they want to buy the home. With the noise like this, it can reduce buyers' interest, make homes harder to sell, and ultimately impact the property value, creating real financial consequences for the homeowners. Commercial noise is something buyers react to immediately, and it absolutely does influence their decision on the value of the property. And I'm sure you guys would agree with that. I mean, you certainly wouldn't buy a home with a car wash in the back.
It's quiet.
Right.
Had no problem with Livingston Car Wash.
No, we didn't.
The McGinnises, would you like to go up to the microphone?
Okay. May I move this?
Yes.
It'll bend down, yeah.
Okay. I'm Carol McGinnis, 6 Fellswood Drive. Paul McGinnis is my husband. We had 2 daughters. I was JV cheerleading coach at the high school for 4 years, 5 years. And I had a captain of the cheerleaders. We were at every hockey McGinnis Cup game, but the last one. And that was the one that the kids won for us. And so with this car wash, it's not a wonderful thing. The old car wash, we didn't hear any noise, we didn't have any problems, there was no problem.
We're a good neighbor.
They were a good neighbor. And now the neighbor is not good. He's not pleasant. It's a miserable thing. That's the noises we get. In our houses, outside our houses. And it's not right. Our girls got a good education in the high school, a wonderful education. We have wonderful daughters and wonderful students. It's just a miserable thing to have to wake up to that noise. Paul has dementia, and we have a problem. And with this noise, it's not really good for him. I don't know what else I can say. It's just a miserable noise. Joyce?
Thank you, Ms.
No,
McManus.
that was perfect.
Okay.
Good job.
If you want to speak, you have to come step to the microphone, please. Thank you. You can go.
Good evening. I'm Tian Fan, and this is my husband, Zhang Huang. We live in 18 Fellswood Drive, right behind the car wash. And we always can hear the noise from starting the early of the day. And then we have 2 young kids with us, living with us. We even cannot enjoy opening the door, stand outside of our backyard, and play. And that is for the past couple months that we have been through. We were appealing by the good school system and the good neighborhood, and then we didn't expect it to have such a noisy environments around us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle Florio. I live on Sparrow Drive. I've been following this debacle from the beginning, hoping that someone here in a position to correct this untenable situation would step up and do the right thing. I fully understand that we need thriving community businesses, but never when that interferes with the tranquility, quality of life, and property values of local inhabitants. I don't live near the car wash, but I've been there. I've heard the ear-splitting cacophony. I could never tolerate this constant, loud, irritating noise in my home. So I'm here tonight because if you let it happen in one neighborhood, what's to stop you from allowing it in another? Next time it could be mine. Every homeowner is entitled to and expects the same level of response, the same environmental quiet, the same measure of attention if the situation were occurring in your neighborhood. From the start, I've had trouble making sense of why this has been tolerated. I've heard over and over that the initial application does not align with the final construction. It was at best inaccurate and at worst intentionally misleading. They aren't new to this business. They knew what they wrote and they knew what they intended to build. They lied. They lied, and so far there's been no penalty, no change, and no relief for these homeowner taxpayers. I always refer to myself as a lifer here. I've lived here for 68 years. I'm hard-pressed to express my disappointment and, frankly, my anger at your failure to act. What reasonable steps have you taken to remedy the situation? And why do you continue to shift the onus to the homeowners? We count on you to protect our property values and enhance our community. You've done neither. I was going to ask what your plan was, but after all the previous conversation, I see that you don't have one. So all I can really say is shame on you.
Christine Cecere, 54 Elmwood Drive. So I'm here today, obviously as a concerned and longstanding resident of Livingston, and primarily a support to my friend Joyce, who I've been friends with for just about 50 years. Know her family, been in that house from when I was a kid. Like I said, and like we've all said, Livingston Car Wash was never an issue. That backyard that we live in up until this day, we go there, was never a problem. It is become a huge problem. I worry about my friend. I worry about all the neighbors. I'm 3 blocks away. When I pick her up and I pull up outside her house in her driveway, I can hear the car wash with my windows open. And it's just become ridiculous. And as strong as she seems here, she's not when this is going on. It's emotional. It's hard. It's destroying her peace. Her parents are older, their peace. She can't work from home properly. Her son can't work from home properly. Other people, I'm sure, in the neighborhood are experiencing the same problem. It's a problem. And as somebody that's watched these videos after, she's been up here, she sends me the videos to watch. As somebody watching it and watching the responses she's been getting from this council, and obviously it's happened here today, where everybody's looking at everybody else trying to figure out what's going on. You're supposed to be the council for the people. And I get it, businesses are important, we need them, we need development, we need all of that. But you're supposed to be here for the people. And she's been standing up here for 8 months and nobody can give her a straight answer. It's terrible, it's frustrating, it's mentally draining for her, and for her family and for all the other neighbors. So you all need to really think about that and do something about it. No one here, as we've established, wants that in their backyard. Nobody. It's miserable. So please, take this under advisement and do something about it. It's a real problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jerry Antampi from 12 North Ridge Road, Livingston. I'm not associated with them. I don't know them at all. The only reason why I'm here because I just happened to be here with Sam, and I heard about this. The only reason also that I'm here is because I'm a civil engineer licensed in the state of New York, and this is one of the topics that we work on typically, and I'm also familiar with the permits. So out of the stuff that I was told up over here, the only thing that came into my mind is when a permit is issued, there's a certain parameter that's set up in there, which I heard 38. So if 38 is listed as the decimals that the car wash has to stick to, anything more than 38 is considered as a violation. It's not 65, it's not 61, it's nothing. It's 38. So the car wash should do what they need to do to bring it under 38. And that's how it is. Otherwise, then the township has to do what they have to do to basically have them work towards bringing it below 38. That's it. Thank you.
Seeing no other speakers, can I have a motion to close public portion on any subject?
Hello, Tim Foley, resident for over 50 years, fourth generation. Again, I'm going to bring it up to every meeting. I'm just wondering, I know you guys can't talk about personnel, but I'm just, I'm upset that the way this is being handled, and right now it's being pushed on the back burner, and we all know what that means. It's the assistant manager's job. Again, the way it was brought up to you guys is inappropriate. The department heads, nothing's being done about them. Come in the wrong direction. It should have went to Barry first. Barry's the one that hires and fires everybody. You guys aren't supposed to be able to fire anybody, and this is the back way of doing it, is eliminating a position. That's wrong. Again, Adam has been wonderful for this town. 4 years ago, I just saw a video about one of the meetings for, now I'm drawing a blank, I'm sorry. That one of his first things that he had to do was bring back the Zoom meetings. And he's done a wonderful job with all this technology that's in this room so the people can hear these meetings. So again, I think it's the wrong way of doing things. And again, I think you should look at the other ways or other people that, if you're looking for, because it's top heavy, between, you have to look through all the departments with being top heavy. So, but again, I think you're doing it the wrong way, and I support Adam. I'll continue to come up here and support him every meeting, because he's done a great job, and seriously, 95% of the time I'm here, you guys are praising him for doing something that's going to be helpful for the town. So again, I think you guys are doing it all backwards. So again, thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Seeing no other speakers, can I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That brings us to the reports of township officials and professionals. Township Manager Barry Lewis.
Just a couple. I want to personally thank the council for the autism awareness recognition. As you're all aware, I have a profoundly autistic adult son, so it means a lot to me. And more so than just passing a proclamation, it's how much this mayor and council day in, day out, support all the individuals with disabilities throughout the community. So it does mean a lot to me personally, so thank you. Also, I'd like to just join, it's one of the few proclamations I actually signed, as well as the Public Service Recognition Week. So I certainly appreciate and I echo the support that the council provides to all of the department heads, and I think I speak for all the department heads who would also echo that to all of their employees, all of whom we can do our jobs. So I would just, again, thank the council for recognizing all of the employees.
Deputy Township Manager Russ Jones.
Yes, Mayor. We had an Eagle Scout complete a project for us this past week, which I signed off for. They built some park benches, one which is going on Crossbrook on that parcel of land that's at the triangle. And then there were two others that they were built for the Mount Pleasant School. So we're looking forward to his ceremony coming up. It hasn't been set up yet, but we'll let you know.
Thank you. Assistant Township Manager Adam Lerner.
No updates at this time.
Okay. Township Clerk Carolyn Mazuka.
Nothing for me tonight, thank you.
CFO Ann Cucci.
Nothing from me, thank you, Mayor.
Township Attorney Jared Cantor.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to add for closed session a personnel matter, and I'd also like to add the car wash issue under attorney-client privilege.
Thank you. Okay. We get to council comments. Is that, Kate, are you doing that? Or
Yeah, so Mayor, I can go to first half and we'll bounce off each other.
Thank you.
Councilman Meinhardt will do what's going forward. So it was a pretty busy calendar for the council. Started almost the day after we had the previous meeting. So April 9th, we had the annual TREP, Hillside Elementary, 10th annual. And it was my first ribbon cutting off the TREP, Mayor, filling in for you. So it was pretty good, and I think it was awesome. I think Councilman Meinhardt and Councilman Anthony were with me on that. The April 10th was social justice read-in. That was one powerful session where students came in and read what it means to them about social justice. Councilman Anthony was there with me, and we had given our thoughts as well to students' television in terms of what that means to them, how they are experiencing, and what they would like to see in the social world, in our world, in the real world. April 11th was a memorable day. I think I saw Mayor through the first pitch correctly, and the second pitch was little bit over the zone, Mayor, at the Little League opening day, but it was still awesome. Pat Ippolito always does an awesome job there, so thank you, Pat, and thank you for all the parents and the games over there. April 12th, I had a chance to go to our exemplary resident Ellie Barnes's home, where there was a Chai for Change session. Was brilliantly presented in terms of how thought process can really bring in about change starting from the age of students. So it was brilliantly done. April 16th, Councilman Meinhardt, Councilman Anthony, and myself, we were at the documentary presentation at Temple B'nai Abraham, where we had wait until 8th was the organization, and they have done a fabulous job reaching out to parents, having a conversation going about how it means to have the use of cell phones, smartphones, what it does to kids, to their thought process. It takes away the conversations, but there is also another side to it. So there was a good conversation there, and a documentary was fantastically displayed. Lancer Fest on April 17th, followed by ribbon cutting of Blue. There was a packed house over there, and I think they are formally opening in about a week's time or so. April 18th, we had a 50th year anniversary of Sai Temple, which is at the border of Livingston, but majority of the residents go. And I think it was, Mayor, you were there, and Councilman Meinhardt was with me, and we had a good time there. Intergenerational prom, all of us were there, and we served dinner to our seniors, and there was a there was a very beautiful, always a very beautiful event, and we have a lot of fun there. April 22nd, 5,000 is what the number I heard. Livingston celebrates Israel. Shout out to the organizing committee. I know how much hard work that goes in there. Ina Ilisevich, Susie Lugashi, and Shayla Mack, along with a number of volunteers. And it was brilliantly done, followed by the flag raising. We were all there. It was nicely done there as well. April 23rd, we were at the Hillside Elementary Gala. Councilman Meinhardt and Councilman Anthony, we were there. It was nicely decorated in a room at the Manor, Hanover Manor. Very nice done there. And we had ACD Shine the Light, which Bob Gaber talked about earlier, so I won't repeat that, but it was a nice event. After that, on the next day, at April 24th, we had a unique walkthrough, PSC&G substation walkthrough. That was unique. I think Councilman Anthony, Councilman Vera, Mayor Klein, and I was there. They were showing us all the new equipment and what it means to Livingston, as well as the fire department, if anything need to be addressed over there. Followed by, on the same day, it was Arbor Day celebration, and we were happy to plant a tree, and it was a nice picture there with Mayor. I think you were in the suit, and all of us were in some sneakers and stuff like that. But that was a good tree planting. And the final one was Pick Up Livingston over the Sunday, and would like to congratulate our chief, Gary Marshwitz. He was awarded the UNICO Citizen of the Year. So Gary and Gary Marshwitz, that's how we say it, right? Marshwitz. So Gary Marshwitz is and it was a fun conversation over there about the last name. So it was purposeful, but yeah, Gary Marshwitz. But he was awarded this UNICO Citizen of the Year. With his leadership and the true positive force that we have and the performance of Livingston Police Department under his fantastic leadership, and followed by another memorable event done by LCDI that celebrated 4 women that were there in person, overall 5. Women were awarded and they were honored. Claire Gao, Carmen Michael, Vinita Khanna, and Shoshan Maggie Hay. They were awarded they were there in person, and it was a fabulous event as well. So all in all, it was a very busy time. Over to Councilman Meinhardt.
All right, well, the next 2 weeks are also extremely busy as well. Starting on 4:30, the AARP Fraud Awareness speech. On 5/2 at 12 o'clock, the LACD Spring Party, which is a great event to be at as well. On Sunday, 5/3 at 11 o'clock, we have the Journey for the Living. It's a Mark Schoenwetter Education Fund, walking around the Oval at 11 o'clock. At 1:30 on the same day, we will be celebrating Holi, also at the Oval. On 5/4 is the Livingston Golf Outing, so if you haven't signed up, please do so. 5/5, we'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo as well. On 5/7, we have the LACD Talent Show at 7 p.m. at the Community Center. And we also wish everybody, in the meantime, we won't be back here before Mother's Day. So on 5/9, Mother's Day, so we wish all the mothers a very happy Mother's Day as well, while we celebrate all the important work that they do for all of our families. And just on a personal note, Livingston lost a longtime resident and a longtime business owner in this town, Freddie Slater, whose family owns Nero's, passed away this past week. So I just want to shout out my condolences to his wife, Trudy, and his 2 sons, Adam and Evan, good friends of ours. And Freddie's been in this town forever, and he will be sorely missed by a lot of people. So thank you.
Thank you, Ed and Caton. We're going to adjourn the meeting now and go back to the conference meeting. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. We're remaining in open session for a little while longer, and we need to go. Should we go into closed to start?
Mayor, that's up to you, but we're going to be going into conference, and the only further action the council will be taking is a resolution approving the closed session. But it's up to you, Mayor.
Well, no, we haven't gone around the table.
No, we still have a whole conference meeting.
We still have a conference meeting to have also.
Yeah.
So
the order's up to you, Mayor.
I think we have a couple of those matters in closed. just to talk through. I think it's a good idea to
All
get
right, so
through
the
those
council will be
first.
going to closed session. We'll be coming out, I estimate our closed session take about 45 minutes if anybody wants to stick around for the rest of the conference meeting.